We are in a privileged position right now. We are talking to one of the founders and pioneers of the internal flow and just a legend in the game, Rakim.
Thank you, my dude, man. Peace.
Much love, man. You know, great hip-hop inspires great hip-hop. And I don't even call your stuff hip-hop. It's hip-hope. Because it really gives hope to young people everywhere, and it's just been phenomenal. So we're going to just get into the interview right now. Right now you're listening to WHRB Cambridge 95.3 FM, where all the music is hot.
Yes, sir.
Like lava.
Yes,
So anyway, my first question for you, sir, is growing up during the 70s and the heroin epidemic was huge and hip-hop was in the park. Can you kind of take us back there as to what early inspirations you had? Like, what inspired you to start flowing? Was it the music that your Aunt Ruth Brown made and that influenced the delivery and flow? Was it that in combination with the ministers on the street preaching the good word and the 5% knowledge? So kind of give the people a little bit of your early upcomings and what inspired you to really get into the game.
It was a combination of all that, man. You know what I mean? Coming up, you know, my household was, you know, heavy music every day, man. You know, my mom sang, you know, jazz to opera. Of course, my Aunt Ruth Brown, she used to babysit me, you know what I mean?
Rest in peace, Ruth Brown.
Yes, man.
God bless.
And rest in peace to Mom Dude, too, man. Pops and everybody, all our fallen soldiers and all our loved ones, man. But yeah, you know what I mean? That and coming up, you know, in the times when I did, man, you know, listening to that good music, 70s music, and everything else, man. You know, my brother, big up to my brother, he's standing over there, man.
Alright. What's your name, man? What's his name?
Stevie Blast.
Shout out to Stevie.
See, I was a little dude. See, I was a little dude, man, and you know, him and his dudes had, you know, turntables and all that.
Right.
See, the thing is, they used to come home, and you know, his man used to bring the turntables to the crib. They used to set up, and then when they went on their beer runs, I used to run behind the bar, find the needles, hook the needles up. Put a crate there and stand on, you know what I mean, and get my
Right.
bust downstairs like, yo.
What you doing?
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Well, you know, them turntables expensive too. Them speakers were expensive,
nice.
you know.
I was nice.
He was a
beast.
beast.
Nice. They ain't even know it, so you know what I mean?
So there were no issues with that?
Oh, not at all, man. I was doing what it do, man. But you know what I mean? Going through that, meaning I came up around so much music, man. I had no other choice but to, you know, to grab on, man.
Music is something I think connects family members and community, period. I know for me, my older brother, shout out to Craig Hope, he put me on to your CD. Literally when I was like 9 years old. The first CD I heard was Follow the Leader. And this was like way back in the 90s, and you know, I had never really heard rap. So it's just funny how like my older brother kind of put me on to and exposed me, and your older brother put you on to the game. So, okay, DJ Nasty.
Don't get that much credit. He ain't
yeah. He ain't all that, right?
Yeah. See,
the little brother.
his man afford, you know, he can afford turntables. That's all.
Right. All right.
Don't give him that much credit, man. Yeah, I did, you know.
You did good. You doing good.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you coming up in the hood, man. You know, hip hop. When hip hop came out, you know, it took the hood by storm, man.
Real quick, a lot of DJs don't, when they interview, they don't really introduce the man's family. So you have a beautiful family over here. Is there any chance that we can, you know, have your wife say hi, introduce herself? You know, the kids, she's shining.
Yeah, man, that's Felicia right here. That's
how you doing, Felicia?
That's Destiny.
My name's Chris Hope.
Alright.
DJ Nasty Net.
That's my wife. Destiny, my daughter.
How you doing, Destiny?
Papa. That's my youngest son, Jabal, with it.
Oh, he's a future raw.
Yeah, I mean,
no, he's still
already. Man.
All right, he's raw already.
My oldest son in here, man. Big up, Cha.
All right, shout out to him.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean?
So, okay, DJ Nasty Net.
I got a question for you. So a lot of the great hip hop groups of all time have broken up. Obviously, you have Eric B and Rakim, Gangstar, in the modern day groups like Little Brother.
Right.
But you really survived the breakup better than any of them. You reinvented yourself as a solo artist.
Thanks.
How did you do that?
Because he was a solo artist.
You made the beat. I know. You made the beats. You did the rhymes. But you know what? Early hip hop was all about the DJ, though. It was about bigging up the DJ. You know what I'm saying? He was just standing there.
I knew this was gonna be the controversial question.
You opened up the bag of words, can of worms. You opened up the can of worms.
keep it real with you.
Keep it real, man. Keep it real for the streets.
You know what I mean? It's just that hunger, though, man. You know what I mean? I always love hip hop, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, before I met Eric, I was doing what I did. So, you know, after things ain't go good with me and Eric, man, I just had to, you know, stay focused.
You got to keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Word up. Thank you, my dude. But yeah, man, that's a good question, man. And that's what it is, man.
Okay.
All you had to do was look at the hip hop honors.
The hip hop honors, right?
They saluted Rakim. You still ain't heard about them saluting Eric B.
Now the DJ.
He's a procrastinator.
He's a
hoser.
Oh, Lord. We up here chilling. You listen to WHRB Cambridge, 95.3 FM, The Darkest Side. Rakim and the Entourage with the fams. We doing it big. So we're going to get into some more questions real quick and, you know, let you do the, you know, the sleep thing. You know what I mean?
Kind of beat up.
Right, no. You rocked the mic tonight. I mean, I really was feeling everything, the energy, the presence, and the movements, the gesticulation, because really, body language is 80% of MCing, I believe. You know what I mean? So I kind of wanted to get into that. As far as your method, when you're in the studio, I know that it's kind of taboo for artists or rappers particularly to talk about their writing method, or if you don't write, they're just a method of creativity. And I wanted to ask you, when you're in the studio, do you do like double ad-libs, or do you just go from like a steady stream of consciousness as you rhyme? Like, what is the method, or give a little glimpse for the people out there listening, the method?
Well, with me, man, it depends on
so it's my fault.
The record that I'm doing, you know what I mean? But most of the time, I like to just zone out on a record, listen to it.
So you just be in the zone, like you just be seeing the words across the eyelid, and
exactly.
You know,
what I mean?
are you eternal? You eternalist?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the music starts talking to me. It starts showing me things, and I try to, you know, write what the beat is asking me to write. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just like the zone of the beat and listen to what the beat is telling me to do.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so this is the last question. I watched an old interview the other day that you did, and you talked about how when you get writer's block or whatever, you just stop writing, go out, and you live a little more, and then you come back and you rhyme again.
Right.
So you had a lot of time since the last album, obviously. Can you tell us a little bit about not just what you've lived, but what you're trying to show the fans this time? What you put down on the paper, on the tracks. Tell us a little bit about it. Just a glimpse.
Well, on this one here, man, I'm glad you said that, because, you know what I mean, I had a long time, you know, in between albums to live a lot, man, and that's what the album is, man. It's on some real, you know, reality shit, man. You know, a lot of the, you know, things that I'm dealing with is what we deal with every day. Things that we go through every day, the things that we see every day. You know what I mean? You know, at the same time, you know, we're going to have fun on the album. I got some, you know, club joints on there. But the Seventh Seal is dealing with, you know, what's going on in the world. And then I made it coincide with what's going on in hip-hop.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? My writing is what I live and from my heart. So it's much more serious now. I'm a little older now. I'm a little wiser now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, it ain't 12 Eric B is presidents on the album. It's more like
where you are now in the future.
Exactly.
Your third eye vision is giving you sight. It's giving you you 10 years ahead.
Yes,
just like you were 10 years ahead back in 1983 and 85. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put my scenery on paper, man.
Yes.
So the world can see it.
But let me ask you this: as a minister, I recognize all of your early work and even your current work. I recognize you as a minister in a way, a minister of the 5% nation, speaking knowledge to the people and what you feel they need to hear. You know, life-saving knowledge. So maybe just to briefly go in a little bit into that.
You know, I've been studying since '86, man. And the more that I study, the more I feel that I gotta, you know, share it and you know, make a point with it, man. So, you know, that's been my life since the beginning. You know, I try not to preach to, you know, the listeners, man, but at the same time, you know, I wanna get it out there and let them know, you know, if I feel something's important. If I feel, you know, we can do something better. I feel we doing something wrong, whatever the case is.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel that's my job.
Yeah.
You know, I study and I kind of...
You know your stuff.
Exactly. Thank you, man. And I feel that my job is to spread it out there, man. So, yeah, I'm going to continue doing that. You know, that's who I am. That's what I'm about.
Amen.